He does not mean language in the human sense, but a constant biochemical conversation between your gut microbes and your brain. Below is a clear breakdown of what he is describing. What microbe speak actually means: your gut microbes influence your brain through four main communication channels. Together, these form what is known as the gut-brain axis. 1. Chemical messaging. Neuroactive compounds. Gut microbes produce many of the same chemicals your brain uses to communicate, including serotonin, mood, well-being, dopamine, motivation, reward, GABA, calming, anxiety control, short-chain fatty acids, anti-inflammatory, brain support. These chemicals act locally on gut nerves, enter the bloodstream, influence brain signaling and inflammation. Right pointing finger emoji. Myers key point. Your emotional state is partly shaped by microbial chemistry, not just brain chemistry. 2. The vagus nerve. The fast lane. The vagus nerve is a direct physical connection between the gut and the brain. Signals from microbes stimulate gut cells. These signals activate the vagus nerve. Messages reach emotional centers of the brain within seconds. Importantly, this pathway works even without conscious awareness. It explains why gut changes can rapidly affect mood, anxiety, and stress response. Meyer often calls this the information superhighway of microbe speak. 3. Immune signaling. Inflammation as a message. Microbes strongly regulate your immune system. Healthy microbes reduce inflammation. Disrupted microbes increase inflammatory signals. Inflammation alters brain function, mood, and cognition. This is why chronic gut inflammation is linked to depression, anxiety, and brain fog. Autoimmune and inflammatory conditions often involve both gut and brain symptoms. This aspect of microbe speak is slow but powerful. 4. Hormonal and AMP. Stress feedback loops. Gut microbes influence cortisol, stress hormone, adrenal response, sleep-wake rhythms at the same time. Stress alters gut motility. Stress changes microbial balance. This feeds back to the brain. Meyer stresses that communication is bidirectional. The brain talks to the gut just as much as the gut talks to the brain. Why Meyer uses the term speak? He uses microbe speak deliberately to make a strong point. You are not a single organism. You are a superorganism. Your thoughts, emotions, and stress responses are co-created by your brain, shaped continuously by microbial signals, influenced by diet, stress, sleep, and inflammation. This reframes mental health as not all in the head, not purely psychological, deeply biological and ecological. The core takeaway when Meyer says microbes speak to the brain, he means your gut microbes constantly send chemical, neural, immune, and hormonal signals that influence how your brain feels and functions, often outside conscious awareness. It is less like a conversation and more like a continuous background influence, quietly shaping mood, resilience, perception, and even decision-making. How microbe speak drives autoimmune conditions. Autoimmune disease. Microbe speak becomes distorted. Instead of sending calming, regulatory signals to the immune system and brain, the gut begins transmitting threat signals. This happens through three tightly linked mechanisms. 1. Immune education goes wrong. The root problem: your immune system is largely trained in the gut. 70% of immune cells reside in gut-associated lymph tissue. Gut microbes teach immune cells, oh what is self, oh what is foreign, oh when to tolerate, oh when to attack. In a healthy state, beneficial microbes promote immune tolerance. Regulatory T cells are strengthened. Inflammation is actively suppressed. In autoimmune disease, microbial diversity drops, key tolerance promoting species decline. The immune system shifts into hypervigilance. Right pointing finger emoji. Meyer's core claim: autoimmunity often begins as a failure of microbial immune instruction, not a primary immune defect. 2. Barrier breakdown. Chronic inflammation. Healthy gut microbes maintain the intestinal barrier, tight junctions. When microbial balance is disturbed, barrier weakens, bacterial fragments, for example LPs toxins, enter circulation. The immune system interprets this as infection. This leads to persistent low-grade inflammation, cytokine release, TNF-alpha, IL-6, IL-1 beta, immune confusion and cross-reactivity. This is how autoimmunity sustains itself, even without an external trigger. Meyer is careful here. It is not leaky gut causes everything, it is immune overstimulation caused by microbial alarm signals. 3. Inflammation talks directly to the brain. Inflammatory signals do not stay in the gut. They reach the brain via blood circulation, the vagus nerve, immune brain signaling pathways. Once in the brain, inflammation alters neurotransmitter metabolism, reduces serotonin availability, disrupts stress regulation, amplifies pain perception and fatigue. This explains why autoimmune conditions commonly include anxiety or low mood, brain fog, sleep disturbance, heightened stress sensitivity, right pointing finger emoji. These are not secondary psychological reactions, right pointing finger emoji, they are direct consequences of immune-driven microbes. Speak for autoimmunity is a feedback loop, not a one-way disease. Meyer emphasizes that autoimmune illness is self-reinforcing. 1. Gut dysbiosis increases inflammation. 2. Inflammation alters brain stress circuits. 3. Stress hormones further disrupt gut microbes. 4. Immune tolerance weakens further. This loop can persist even when the original trigger is long gone. That is why stress flares autoimmune symptoms, emotional strain worsens physical disease, doing everything right can still feel insufficient. The system itself is stuck in alarm mode. What this means conceptually, Meyer's big idea. Meyer reframes autoimmunity as a breakdown in communication between microbes, immune system, and brain, not a simple immune mistake, not purely genetic, not something the body randomly decides to do, but rather an ecological imbalance, a signaling disorder, a chronic misinterpretation of danger. Why this matters deeply. This perspective explains why autoimmune conditions often involve multiple organs, shifting symptoms, stress sensitivity, gut involvement even when disease appears elsewhere, for example liver, thyroid, joints and why targeting only the immune system often helps symptoms but does not restore balance. In autoimmune disease, calming the immune system requires calming the conversation, not just suppressing the response. That conversation includes microbial signals, inflammatory tone, stress physiology, neural feedback loops. It is systems biology, not symptom management.